Let me throw this out there, though. Are you looking forward to, after you've gotten into your career, getting hitched and having some kids?
Oh, absolutely. I'm a big believer in family, and I'm looking forward to that day. I don't know when that day will be, but I definitely am someone who wants to have a wonderful family and children and, a just great American family.
Well, it's been great having you here, and we appreciate your courage. Did we ever find that clip, guys, of Carrie Prejean, or Prejean, however you pronounce it? We didn't find that because I heard it all over the news last year whenever she, you can probably use YouTube, Carrie Prejean's gay marriage comment. You're quite a person because you're out there in the spotlight as a model and somebody who wanted to win, who was going to win until that question came up. The evidence is clear. But then now, clearly, I think you were cheated, but you want to be a good sport, and you're saying, no, I don't want to get attention by going out and screaming bloody murder.
Correct. You're exactly right.
Are you critical of the lady who did milk it somewhat?
Well, for me, I think I wouldn't say critical. Definitely not of her answer. This is America, and in the First Amendment, we have freedom of speech, and so she had every right to speak her beliefs. And so I back her up fully with that in mind. But I do feel that she kind of took it and ran with it and kind of overexposed herself to the media, I guess.
And may have put a bad taste in people's mouth?
Yeah, maybe so.
So your problem isn't what she said.
Oh, not at all.
It's the fact that she did say, I was cheated, I was cheated.
Exactly. I think you should be humble in your loss and, just realize that everything happens for a reason, and to, as much as it stings sometimes, just to know that greater things are in store, and just look forward to what God has next for your life.
Absolutely. It's all in God's hands. Well, we appreciate you joining us. We've got about a minute left. Anything else that you forgot to add?
I don't think so. Just, how grateful I am for the overwhelming support I've received. Everyone has been absolutely incredible, not just from the state of Oklahoma, but my entire country, and even people all over the world just showered with love and support, and people backing me up from all over the place. And so I'm so grateful, and I really am just honored and humbled.
Well, that is my final question. Going back, you hear on the video, the audio, and it sounded like 5, 6, 7 times the cheering that there was, the booing. You could barely hear the booing, but you were there. Was the cheering for you a lot more overwhelming than the booing?
Oh, without a doubt. I think it tripled the booing. As soon as I said I'm a firm believer in states' rights, and I love that about my country, everyone just overflowed with clapping and cheering, and I think the majority of the people there were in agreement with me on that statement.
Well, all I can say is incredible, and it has been great having you on the broadcast, and I know that there's quite a few websites that have your info up, but I'm not going to try to give you advice for your career, but I would get a basic website up quickly that's yours, just so you get directed, just so you get contacted directly by the media outlets and others that are out there. So we look forward to talking to Morgan Elizabeth Woolard again in the future. Thank you for being so nice and spending so much time with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me, and thank you, everyone, for listening and tuning in. I appreciate it.
God bless you. What a great patriot. What a darling. And the real winner of Miss USA. Obviously cheated ahead the entire time until the end when she didn't bow down to the La Reconquista and the New World Order and the La Infosora. But look, I just spent 50 minutes with her because people wanted to have her on. And she stood up for what she believed in, and we've got a lot of other hardcore subjects that I covered in the first hour of the show. I'm going to cover some financial news when we come back in the last segment. That's very important. But good job to Jaron and the rest of the crew for getting her on the show. Interesting interview. And I'll tell you, the crew was liked this guest. It's better than CIA analyst and economist and things. Of course, I have to be quite frank with you. Those are my favorite type of guests because I like to get people thinking. But you know what? All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.